So 29 gallons cost me just over $73, I believe. That is insane to me. That is literally usually two tanks when I'm filling up the Jeep. That is so crazy. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to. Gotta pay to play though, right? So I actually just recently, let me get this out of the way, just recently built this rig for the Sony that you guys may or may not know that I have. So I got these two quick fist rubber clamps on here. They're just screwed into there. And what that does is it holds my Zhiyun crane, or really any electronic stabilizer you have. It'll hold it in there, and that way you can hold it on the outsides and get super steady footage. And I haven't really used it too much, but I'm excited to try it out on this bad boy. There's plenty of good looking things to film on here, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, so I just grabbed a bunch of footage with the crane, my handle, and my new Sony. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I got a Sony. It's pretty sick. I haven't really been using it much, but hopefully once the weather gets nicer and I can actually be outside for extended periods of time, I'll get to use it some more. So here's the truck. 2016 GMC Sierra 2500. It is a gas truck, but the diesels, for one, they're stupid expensive, and I guess rightfully so. If you're using them for what they're truly intended for, which is like construction purposes and really towing, I totally see it. But for me, this truck is more, it is my daily driver, but it's also more recreational. I just need to tow my Jeep, basically, is my only requirement. And the gas it's still rated for 13,000 pounds, which is plenty for just a little Jeep. Yeah, it's not great on gas, but I've always wanted a 2500. I just think they're really cool. 1500s are fine. I know plenty of people that tow with a 1500, and they do perfectly fine. Oh, it looks so good with the sunlight and everything. But yeah, you know, it was one of those prices right time, so it just worked out. I'm so incredibly happy with it. It came with this cool toolbox, and I actually had to get a key made for it. The dealership kind of, I want to say screwed me over, but they really didn't. They took care of it. They made an appointment with a locksmith and then paid for it. And I totally meant to take the camera with me today when we went there. Let's see, I had to have the keys here, and it was sick. The guy first of all had to pick the lock. If you have a weather guard box and you need a key for it, you do have to pick the lock because you need to get inside to get the code for it. So put the key in, press the button to unlatch it. Let's see, there we go. And bam, the hinges are broken, but I can fix that. That'll be another video. Look at all the stuff that's in here, man. It's freaking... Oh, always gotta have a full thing of tire shine. Never know when you're going to need to shine your tires. But yeah, this thing was full, so that was a freaking awesome surprise. Man, I'm not really sure how to lock this actually. Oh, just like that. Sick. Cool, man. Yeah, so I got the nice, fancy, shiny wheels. This does have the Z71 off-road package, so it has some Rancho shocks that I've seen, but not that they're in bad shape, but obviously they're just rusty. Typical white body shocks. Got some aluminum going on over there, you know, stock exhaust. Frame looks to be in good shape. The dealership actually kind of patched up the parts that were chipping off for me, which was a really good touch. Got some fender liners. It's not a work truck. This does have some sort of skid plate system under there. I don't really know exactly what they mean by that, but do have the Z71. Got the typical running lights. I'm not exactly sure if those are a factory option on every truck, but I do have them and I love it. This thing looks fantastic at night. But there's the big news. This thing is just going to be a load of fun. Not only can I just throw all my friends in it and my stuff in it and go for road trips, but I can tow the Jeep, we can go wheeling. I do want to do a Moab trip. That is on my bucket list, so Moab will happen one day. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the thing, get used to driving it because I'm not sitting on the rear wheels anymore. I do have about an extra Jeep length behind me, so it's definitely something else to get used to. But man, I am very happy with it. I'm gonna have to snap a couple pictures while the lighting is still good here. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. So there is a couple things I do see myself changing on here, and like I said, I hope this thing can help me make some more content. Not only with the Jeep by towing and making some wheeling films, but physically working on the truck itself. But one thing I do foresee changing is this like plastic bed liner. There's just something about it I don't really like. I don't really like, for one, that like the hooks and things are like recessed behind here, but mainly well, not only, it's also like it's slippery. Like I couldn't set up my tripod to like balance this thing. It was weird. But I don't like how things can, you know, like water and sand and crap, just it fits right on. It'll just sit under there. Something about that just I don't really like. I do foresee either getting that Line-X or spraying it with Raptor liner or Monster liner. I've done that with my Jeep. I do love my Monster liner. It is kind of soft though. It's not really that, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm hyped on this thing. I'm glad to be making some videos again. The weather's been all right, but I think we're on the tail end of the winter stuff. You know, we do have another 2 months of possible snow, so I think we've been spared, and we are either due like a 6-inch to a foot storm. But man, I am thankful for what we've had lately. So as long as the weather wants to keep holding out, I'll keep making some videos. I got tons of stuff I want to do. I had tons of Jeep parts piling up, so I can't wait to do some of those installs. I want to do some wheeling. Lots of good stuff to come. I'm excited.